there everyone, this is Tracey from Lavinia Stamps. Thank you for joining me for another demonstration today. We have a gel press here from our combo kit, and we're going to be using our elements and Brushos to do a lovely technique onto taking a print onto our multifarious card. So starting with pine, I've got my brayer here, and all I'm going to do is transfer the ink onto the gel press. Now if you haven't got this size, don't worry, you can use obviously a different size depending on which one you've got. So that's a good base ink, and now we're going to take our Brushos and just flick some of that colour onto the gel press. Now I always take a little bit off first so that I get nice tiny spatters as opposed to larger ones. Let's go with, what have we got? Let's go with a little bit of brown, and I'm going to do the brown around the edge. I want to keep the centre part quite light. And let's try a little bit of the Prussian blue as well. Now these are very watered down Brushos, so just remember you don't need much of the actual Brusho crystals at all. Just treat them as salt and just give them a pinch of colour, and then top up to the top with water. So they are very diluted. Okay, so I've got our multifarious card here. This is our cream, and all I'm going to do is place that over the top and smooth over, and let's see what we've got. Wow, and you can see those lovely colours, how they've come out. And then using our Fairy Hive here, and I'm going to ink this up in the Nocturne. This is the VersaFine Clair. And then I'm just going to pop that down in the centre there. Give it a good press. And there we go. And now I'm going to add a little bit of foliage at the top there. So got some pound stamps here, and we're going to be using Twilight. And if you haven't got these particular stamps, you can use any ones. We just want some small foliage. I'm going to go back to the Twilight now. And we're going to pop a little fairy on there as well. So we've got one of our small fairies from our foragers set, and these are fabulous for this sort of thing. Really tiny fairy, but we've managed to keep all that lovely detail in her wings, even down to her fingers, and that's come out really well. Okay, so I'm going to use the Posca pen now and just pop the light on in our lovely little fairy hive. And just pop some of the colours as well. Just that tiny bit of colour makes all the difference. So using one of our stencil brushes, I'm going to just go around the edge. I just want to bring in a little bit of depth at the top here. So I'm going to move on to the twilight just to give a little bit more blue, a little bit more depth. And now finishing off with some lovely glitter. So I'm using the glue pen, I'm just going to go along the top of the fairy hive and just following that lovely foliage down. And let's have a look. We'll go with the Purple Delight, which again has got some blue, some purple and a lovely light blue, sort of lilac in that as well. Tap that off and there it is. And you can just see that lovely glitter, how it's just caught the edge there. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's demo, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope it's inspired you to have a go yourselves.